Good evening. Tonight you are listening to Crown Royal Conversations with Annie Mae. Welcome. I know this is a new show. Today's topic is interracial dating. I did play a repeat on my last show. Sorry about that. I had to reschedule a interview with Jamal. He is a guest person on my show tonight. Tonight we're talking about interracial dating again. The conflicts, why, opinions about it, not a white man's opinion, but a black man's opinion, a black female's opinion, how it affects kids, what society feels about it. So we can go in great detail. This is a tequila night special. This is going to be an extended show. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Once again, my show is based on requests of topics. So this was a topic request, so I hope the person that requested a topic is listening and hope they get something from it. Once again, it is a edgy topic. It's talking about race, which is sometimes uncomfortable, but hey, it's all in fun. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. What you sipping on? All right, so today's topic we're talking about is interracial dating, interracial marriages. I have a recurring guest back on the show that I want to get his opinion on. If he ever dated someone outside his race, would he marry someone outside his race?
Sure,
what's his views on it, and how he feels about it as a African American male. All right, Jamal, what you sipping on?
It's Land Shark. I appreciate you having me as your guest once again. I'm not African American, by the way, but I appreciate you trying to notify me as that. we trying to make America great again.
Interracial relationships. Would you date outside your race?
Man, come on, man. What do you mean date?
Outside your race?
No.
You want to date a white girl?
Yes, it's one, but I can't say over the mic.
Okay.
It's one. She knows who she is. She's from the same place I'm from. But
everybody could be that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It's like LL Cool J saying, "I love that one girl."
It's only one. It's only one. It's only one. Outside of that, no.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
And what made her special?
Gosh, I can't say that over the radio because she's gonna hear it.
Kill her head, huh?
No. I never had
any head game.
No, I never had sex with her. Never kissed her. Never done anything.
What?
Never done anything.
Damn, I had a white girl in high school. You ain't even had one yet.
But no, I couldn't take the. Man, I've worked too hard. I've done too much to prove shit to any motherfucking body. So proving something to her family and everything else, all that, no, I'm good. I just date inside my race. I'm good.
Would you marry someone outside your race?
It's only one.
Only one. Same one.
You would.
Same one.
If it was her.
Same one. Yeah, that's it.
But it ain't her. It's gonna be a black girl, Cambodian, Scandinavian, some different.
A Mexican, probably.
Have you ever had sex with people outside your race?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just
absolutely. Shit, yeah, shit. All races. I mean, but as far as just spending your rest of your life with one, no, I don't recommend it to anybody.
Why?
I think it's wrong.
Why?
Because we have a hard enough time as it is being people. Now, I'm not saying race. I'm just saying people. Mm-hmm. Dealing with our own families and things of that nature, and then you bring somebody else into it, it's another problem. And then now you bring your race in, there's another problem. So you have to be really strong within yourself. And you primarily have to segregate yourself from the rest of your family, in a sense. Mm-hmm. I won't say the rest of your family, you're going to have the certain few. You're going to have some say, hey, we're cool with it. But a lot of them not going to be cool with it because...
So your main concern is family's opinion past what you think?
I don't think it's right.
I mean, are you more concerned with what your family will say, your immediate
family,
mother, father?
About the potential children. That's what I'm concerned about.
Why would you be concerned with the children?
Because that's the ones that reap the effect. Because, see, we do things because we're selfish, once again. Because, I love her, but we have kids, but you don't understand what these kids go through when you're not around. You don't understand what these kids go through between both families.
Well, a lot of kids we have a lot of biracial
You have a lot of biracial, absolutely, but you don't understand what they go through.
Right. True.
That's a difference. You have You have one side going to a black family. You have one side go to a white. You have one side calling niggas. You got one side calling hunkies. You got one side doing this. You got one side doing that. They're confused already as.
But does that not bridge the gap though?
No.
Bridge what gap?
Between the two.
There should never been a gap, but we created that.
I mean, the reason I say that is because with my son's family, half of them was already in that idea state of.
Half of them are racist.
They were until the situation
we
came.
Need to clarify
and once that situation came,
so Dre has
no. See, the difference is that's what I'm saying.
That's where the situation came. And I think it bridged the gap where it was.
Didn't bridge no gap.
It did bridge the gap though.
Now,
that's the whole thing.
See now,
because here's the thing. Story behind it is, my family was cool with the idea because my family knew growing up what it was like to be interracial.
Okay.
All right. Her family didn't have that idea, even though parts of the family,
because they never accepted it anyway.
Because parts of the family, but the thing about it is that parts of the family, and I'm not trying to go too deep because I don't want to put people's name out there and do stuff like that. But parts of the family dealt with African Americans on a certain basis, but would still call them out of their name in a format. But once the baby came and the baby became part of it, it became a different scenario. It's like, hey, I can't really be doing this because it's not the mind state I should be doing stuff in because this is the future. And if I'm supposed to be part of this future, I have to change my ways. And they changed their ways.
Too much.
But I think it happened at a time that it happened at the time it was supposed to be, but I think it happened just a little bit too late. It bridged the gap in the family, though.
I commend them for that, but that doesn't happen everywhere.
I know it don't. But I'm just saying, is that the scenario? Is that part of the scenario where you stand at?
I moved to Cookville in 1997.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I've got plenty of friends. That's where I met you at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Out of all my friends, I'm probably the only one that has all black kids that I met in Cookville.
That's by choice.
I met in Cookville.
So why is
that's
that?
by
is
choice.
Is it because black men don't like to date?
That's probably by choice. Because
no. Listen now. When I say friends, I'm gonna say associates too because I didn't have too many friends. I had a lot of associates. The only friends I had was you and maybe somebody else. I don't even remember
Buzz.
what the fuck that was. Buzz, yeah, that was it.
I mean,
but a lot of associates, all their kids were mixed. You can go to Cookville right today, and it's more mixed kids than anything else, and you know that. Is there something wrong with that? Absolutely not. But you would never see that anywhere else. Period.
I disagree. I think is there a certain reason why, because I mentioned one city that a lot of black men predominantly are with white women. Why is that? Why?
Because they're all related. That's why.
So it's like a trend?
No, most of the blacks are related in Cookville.
No. That too. But I think what I actually honestly believe is I think it has a lot to do with lifestyle, demographic, and who you're dealing with. Because I know, like in high school, and I know this because this is just how people are. But the first woman that I dated was a white girl. Well, not really the first woman I dated was a white girl, but I dated a white girl in school, and it's like she didn't grow up to have mixed kids. Her kids is white. So I mean, and I'm not necessarily going to say it is what it is. What's up?
Cut it for a second. I'm serious. He knows it.
So I think a lot of it is because of, like I said, demographics and people. I mean, some people are just, I'm not going to say trifling.
Because when you're with another race in Cookville, you feel like you're superior.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay. That's what I'm trying
that might be demographically speaking.
Right.
But
demographically.
In the South?
Demographically.
In
Cookville. Just
in
Cookville.
one city.
Right.
But we're talking about nationally.
Nationally, I think it's a lot to deal with.
Nationally, it's not happening too much no more like it used to.
I think a lot of
it was happening a lot.
See, but I beg to differ on that.
No more.
The reason I say that I beg to differ on that is because I think it is demographics. Because I think the more up north you're going, the more you're seeing Caucasian people and black people, but you're not seeing them on a dating level.
You don't see it no more.
You won't see it on a dating level. It's only in the South, I think.
So
I think it's a thing that trends in the South.
Well, I know that out west, the interracial dating was going on way before it came to the South. But I think for the South, because of the whole issue with race.
What's the purpose of interracial dating?
I mean, it's no different than anything else.
I don't think but I'm just trying to see, you know, a lot of black men
I don't think it's anything different.
Stating in public forums they would not date a black woman.
In all honesty,
what's going on?
I'm gonna ask this question.
And since y'all both, well, Drake married.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question. Everybody,
ask me a question,
and I'm gonna be like I said. You can blast me. I don't give a
Talk
shit.
To me. Speak easy.
But we're always attracted to something we can't have a lot of times, and we're always attracted to something new. I went through a period in my life I didn't want nothing but white girls. That was for a period. But in all honesty, what can a black man or a white woman actually see in each other without trying to prove a point to somebody else?
I think it's all about, I don't think you see, I think some examples are.
Because naturally.
Listen. Without being names,
just like anything else,
without names and stuff, I think a lot of it is not seeing color. I think they just see human beings.
Who the fuck doesn't see color? Everybody sees color.
We might see colors.
No. Everybody does.
Listen, we might see color because you see a color. I don't see a color. Why do I say that? Because there might be something that the female might see in the male. Regardless,
dude,
he might be a good man. He might take in everything else.
The first thing you attract to a woman is her body.
Not necessarily.
Physical appearance.
You don't talk to her because her mind, because you ain't talked to her yet.
Listen, I work with people, and I work around people that deal with people that don't.
I understand.
Ain't no way in good green earth are they looking at physical appearance. I'm looking at people like the Scooby Snacks. Huh? No, I don't see it like that. But this is somebody else's opinion of what something is. Because
see, that's where
you might see.
That's where you probably need to start doing.
You might see tomato. They might see tomato.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, you know, if I'm out, you know, I'm not saying that's a problem. If I'm just out and about and I see someone and like, hey, man, she might be potential. The first thing I'm seeing is physical and the way she's carrying herself.
True.
And things of that nature.
True, but if
after
you see
that is what after that, I'm looking at personality just as well as her to me, if she gives me that chance.
Okay.
But at the same time, I'm not going to approach her if she's not carrying herself well, if I'm not physically attracted to her. First of all, I'm not going to say, well, you know what? She's totally out of my league. She's nothing I can deal with, but at least let me go try. No, fuck that. Come on. So what I'm saying is that when it comes to an interracial relationship, that's a lot of physical. That's a lot of, because I think that it's a myth that black men are better in bed and white women are better in bed. So therefore, you can be more free and you can do more things, because a lot of black men are scared to do the same things that they do to a white woman that they could do to a black woman. I told people this years ago. You can get the same shit out of a black woman that you can a white woman if you do it right. Period. So if you want your dick sucked, if you want your ass licked, if you want to have a threesome and all that, you do what you got to. You talk to her like you're supposed to talk to her. Treat her like whatever. But see, a black man goes to a relationship thinking that he going to get all that, just for the simple fact that she's white. Period.
That has been said.
When you with a white woman, when a black man's with a white woman, automatic dicks up. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong?
You might be right on that.
Okay, then. So that's what I'm saying. It's automatic attraction that you don't even know nothing about.
So it's on a stereotype that
it's a stereotype.
Black women don't suck dick and white women do.
Back in the days, absolutely.
Back in the day.
But see, black women suck better dick than white women all day long. Any motherfucking way. But they just started doing it.
I don't think we just started.
Well, it just started coming out to where they say they do it.
Right. Just say it like that, because I don't think that it just started.
No, it didn't. But still.
40s, and I know when I started was, so I don't think it just started. I think that in our culture, we're kind of taught not to do this and that. Right. Is considered this and that. But I think as of today, in the modern society, all that's kind of been thrown out the window. But there's a lot of black men that have pronounced that they only date white women, or they don't date black women because we have attitudes. We have X, Y, Z.
I put it like this. I hate to say my opinion, but you asked me. That's the only one I'll date. So when one out married, and outside of that, absolutely not. I would not accept a white man in my house. I would not accept a white woman in my house.
Period. Okay, now why is that?
Because
off truth.
Do you know? Shit, no, you're not fucking my genes up. Hell no. Hell no. Just like they want their race pure, I want mine pure too. Period. So call me a racist. I don't give a fuck. You damn right. I am. So my family, I want my kids to have black kids. Period. Now if they want to have white kids, that's on them. Am I going to love them? Absolutely. But I encourage them not to. The world is already hard enough for one. And for two, it's not the way it's supposed to be.
Okay, so
Dre?
Okay, so my question was this.
What's your opinion?
I mean,
you have married you were married to a white person and you have kids.
That's because, like I said before, I mean, my opinion is just who I am, but I don't see color. Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact, like when I look at family and I see other scenarios and stuff, I think they don't look at color. I think they look at what the situation is, because there's people that can have biracial kids and know what the scenario is, or might be in a position to say, guess what?
Thank you.
Thank you for saying that. This is me. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for saying that.
I mean, it's not...
Because you called it a situation. Exactly what it is. I don't want my kids to have to go through a situation.
It's not really...
That is a situation when you're in an interracial relationship. That is a situation. You call it exactly what it is.
But I also call it as being colorblind, because here's the thing.
My daughter already got to worry about the fact that if I'm going to set this motherfucking nigga
so here. Let me just find an example of something, because I want to walk through them, because while you were talking, I brought up people that black people. Okay, here's an example. You see this, right? Okay, so John Legend, Chrissy Teigen, right? So they're married, right?
Yeah. Chrissy Teigen's not white.
She is white.
She's not white.
No, she's not.
She's black and Chinese or something.
Okay, so still point in case, all right? So let's go. So
it's minority.
But listen, what I'm looking at here is, you see this, right? Like, these are people, celebrities, superstars, that are. So you want to use this right here? Do you want to use Robin Thicke and Paula Patton?
They're not even married no more.
But I'm just saying, listen to examples. These are examples of people that don't see.
I'm gonna give you examples of the world.
Give me an example of the world.
I'm gonna give you an example. The world don't give a fuck about your feelings and your family's feelings and nothing like that. It's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable to you.
No, I'm fine. That's what I'm saying.
To you,
if you want to be the Martin Luther King, you go right ahead.
I'm not
of interracial relationship. That's fine.
Kanye and Kim Kardashian.
If you want to be the Martin Luther King,
all date black men.
I'm just saying.
If I'm still on the mic, I apologize, everybody. But if y'all want to be the Martin Luther King of this fucking interracial relationships, go right the fuck ahead. It's fine with me. I don't condone it. I don't give a shit what y'all think about if I do or don't. But I don't like it. Oh well.
And
like I said,
opinion.
I'm gonna go back to Miss Ann's. Just fuck. Keep the feelings to the side. Who gives a shit? But when you come having babies and all that bullshit, now you confusing these kids. Because, hell, it's hard enough. I don't know who the fuck I am, and I'm fully black.
Yeah, I mean, the kids do play a part. But I'm trying to understand.
Look at Trey. He's confused over here. Because he's got an interracial baby. He don't know who the fuck he is no more.
I'm not confused.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not confused.
Is your dick white or black?
My dick is black.
It's brown. Like brown.
See, she done sucked him. See, the white girl done sucked the motherfucking black up. Shit.
Okay, but if you're talking about children, you can use. I have to agree with Jamal about the kids. He's looking at it from the kid's perspective. I'm considered mixed. If you want to go through my genealogy, I did find out I'm more mixed than I thought I was. I was teased about black people tease me more than anybody. I was called whitey, queenie, white girl, all that stuff. It does, especially if you're truly half and half. You gotta choose a side. But we know in society, if you got a drop of black in you, you better go ahead and claim black and move on. No one's gonna see you as being white and you mix. Tiger Woods. I mean, just saying, right. You're black. You can't choose. It's like you ask people to choose sides. You really can't. For society, they want you to choose a side and put you in an awkward position. as a mixed person, you can say I'm going to be neutral and be both, right. But society will say which one are you going to go to.
Well, I think this is probably what pisses me off more than anything, and I probably could be wrong. I am probably wrong, but when a white girl gets a black man, I got me a black man, blah, blah, blah. She's got him to the side. This is my nigga. This, and I got me a black man, and the black dude's like, well, I got me a white girl. So it's not the fact that hey, this is my woman. It's all about
they put color first. So my opinion is I have a hard time understanding why some black men, not all, will only date white women. Because we have
and bust nuts in them, but won't have no kids with them, and go to the black girl and marry.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Dre, he'll eat a white.
I'm trying to figure that out.
This is anime show. I want my everybody on this mic. It's anime show. I'm going to have something to say. Okay. Thank you. I had to reel that in, didn't I? Sorry. I'm just trying to figure out in the South, that it was back in the day. Men were killed for even looking at a white woman. So it kind of affects me a little bit to say you see these black men who's promoting the white woman. Oh, this is this and that. But I'm thinking myself, back about 20 years ago, you couldn't look at somebody without getting lynched. In Rosewood was a whole movie. But they the best
thing that step on facing this earth.
The whole movie was based on a white woman lying about a black man touching her, and they burned the whole town and killed.
It killed the fuck out of him. And then she come out later and say she lied.
So I don't have a really issue with loving who you love, but make sure it's coming from the right place and a healthy place.
But did you get another information?
We got Jamal. Oh my God, are you okay over there? We do have Jamal's very strong opinion about interracial dating and marriages. But we're going to come back and talk more in depth on a less intense level. What you sipping on? All right. J Miles had to leave the studio. We had a great time. Very interesting, colorful conversation. I'm sipping on some Razul tequila. Trying to keep my shots to a minimum. After that interview, probably need a couple more. So I want to continue the conversation on interracial relationships, marriage, dating, and the views on it. We had a very, like I said, interesting conversation. I want to dissect that a little bit more, break that down. So let's start with some historical facts. And I'm from the South, so of course we'll talk about that as well. We talked about that in the interview, how the Northerners might feel different about interracial dating than the Southerners in the West Coast. So based on where you live. So in the South, way back in the day, there's been a lot of laws about race and about the first law was when after slavery, of course, there was interracial dating back then, believe it or not. White women were marrying black freed slaves, and Native Americans were also, we were intermingling. Normally, when a woman gave birth to a child, if they were white, the mother was white, the child was considered white. Well, that was an issue because a lot of mixed kids coming out saying they were white because that's what the law said. So they changed the law. You know that, Dre? Dre, you know that fun fact?
Did not know that.
So they changed the law and said whatever your dad is, then that's what you will be as far as your race. Interesting. So the law was changed because, once again, a race issue. So the law changed where if your dad was black, then you were considered black. So that changed. Also, there was a Jim Crow laws where everything had to be separate. Water fountains, schools, swimming pools. So, for that purpose in the South, if a black man talked to a white girl or a white lady, it was considered very offensive. We mentioned in the interview with Jay Miles about the incident in Florida where a white person falsely accused a black man of doing some inappropriate things, and it became a big fiasco. So a lot of black women or a lot of black people in general feel like don't feel like it's appropriate for a black man or for anyone to date outside the race, because this is more like a black or white issue, I think, because of those reasons. A lot of black women who have black men, boys, and they get wives that are white. Sometimes the mothers feel offended, as if they're feeling like, okay, you chose a white girl, I'm black mom, what happened? Is it something about me? That's also been deemed. In other parts of the country, in the West Coast, interracial dating has been going on for a long time, and it was never a big issue. But of course, I mean, as the South was, I guess. So even now in mainstream, you have commercials and movies that promote and in most cases,
interracial dating or interracial
couples. In most cases, is a white woman with a black man. But I have seen a few commercials that have switched it. So I'm thinking that normally, not to say that I don't know if it's factual or not, but from what I've seen, black women don't normally tend to date after the race. They do. Not saying they don't, but you don't see it as often. But I think that it's becoming more acceptable because we don't have a lot of options in a sense. So we're seeking other options with other types of men, other white, black, Mexican, Latino, which is a good thing, I think. We talked about, Jay?
I won't say, does that necessarily have to mean interracial relationships don't necessarily have to mean male and woman, white, black, black, white. Can it mean women, white and black, black and white? Men, white and black, black and white?
Any relationship that has different races is considered interracial. So you can be a man and man or woman and woman.
So it could be a black woman with a white girl?
Yeah, that's an interracial couple.
I'm just saying. I mean, it don't have to necessarily be male, female, opposite, nationalities or,
No, it sure does not.
Ethnicities or whatever you call it.
Ethnicities. Nope. Yeah. It could be any gender. Gender's not the case here. It's just race. A lot of people feel like when you involve a different, like for instance, if you have a different, let's say I'm Catholic and you're Jewish, that's a hard thing right there. If you have, so imagine having to date someone that's not of your color. So those kind of relationships can be a little bit more difficult because you're bringing a whole different culture in. I think we have to understand that there is, even though we're all Americans, even in America, we have, even though I'm a black American and I can have a white American friend, we're raised very different. We're taught different things. And that's just the truth of it all. Do you agree?
Yeah, I highly agree on that.
I've had a lot of my black male friends date white women. Their complaints are so unusual of how they cook their food, their hygiene. And I'm always in awe about how's hygiene different, but apparently
it's different.
There's a difference of a black woman's hygiene than a white woman's hygiene. I'm not going to say one is more than the other, but it seems like black women tend to do things differently, and I never thought that until I was raised in a very white city, and I know that they didn't have washcloths; they used their hand.
Who?
White women.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Have you know it? Like
I thought you sounded like
they get soap and they lather with their and like, where's your washcloth? Like, there's no loofah.
I thought I missed something somewhere.
Some black women tend to have, we use two washcloths, one for the coochie and the boo boo, one for the skin. We don't want to wash our coochie and wash our face. A lot of people don't know that. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know why there's differences. Oh, well, I know there's like washing our hair. We don't wash our hair every day. Black women don't. White women people do. So that's, of course, there's different hair texture. So that, in a sense, is different. But I didn't think there was a big difference in hygiene, but I was miscorrected that there's hygiene differences. And I'm pretty sure, I have never really involved myself with someone outside my race. I've had plenty of male friends that were not of my race, but I was never really attracted to them on that level. I'm more leaning towards my black men. That's just my preference. So I know Dre talked about in the interview, he is colorblind. I want to dive into that a little bit.
Feel free.
I just want to know, I personally, even outside of interracial dating, just in the world itself, I don't think anyone is truly colorblind.
I mean, it's all a matter of perception. I mean, realistically, if you think about it, it's no different than, say you, just for some odd reason, you got dropped off in British Columbia. Hell, say British Columbia. You got dropped out in British Columbia, and everybody out that way, it was just all white or British. I'm sorry, and you didn't have any choices. I mean, you were stuck there for a while, and you wanted to date. Are you gonna see? You're gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna do that till I get home.
Colorblind. That's a lack of choices. So when I was saying about black women are dating outside the race because our choices have been limited, because if we want to date a black man,
but your choices ain't limited.
Well, it can be for some areas of the world, areas of the country, like in the South, or black women have this thing of it's more white men out there in the world than it's black men because we're the minority. So it's not that white women are having more, friends or relationships because they have more people to pull from. That's a fact. So black women who want to marry a black man, we're very limited. And because we're trying, because that's kind of from my friends' perspectives, okay, not saying that black women are not attracted to white men, they are. But from my pool, we just had a preference of dating black men. But now we see the tide has turned where there's not a lot of black men available that we consider to our standard, whatever that may be. And we're now going outside the race because of that reason, accessibility. So, of course, if you're in, even though I was in a predominantly white school, I still tended to date the few black men boys that were there. I didn't date them, but we were friends. Even my daughter struggles. She's in an all-white school, and she doesn't really have a quote-unquote male friend because she doesn't have a lot of black people to pull from, and that's who her preference is. Well, I'm not saying her preference is. She don't mind dating outside of race, and that's fine. But a lot of white boys aren't dating black girls.
But why do you think she's like that?
Because she's in a predominantly white school. So your environment does influence your choices. But it doesn't mean that you don't prefer. I can still prefer to, if I'm with all white men, I can still say I prefer to date a black man. But if I have no black man to date, of course, I'm going to choose to date a white guy because that's my pool.
Now think about this. If she went to an all-black school, do you think her perception on life would be different?
It would be different. It would be different. Because there's more culture there. There's more people that, even though she sometimes feel like she's more white because they tell her she's white. You talk white, she's in honors classes, so therefore there's not, for some reason, her pool gets smaller then. So your environment does influence you. Yes, it does. And that's also why I think that some areas of the country, interracial dating is more acceptable. It just is. The South is just now becoming a thing, and I think that's kind of why it's new here. But we're going to, because in the West Coast,
I beg to differ because, like you said,
you've been
on this earth for 40 years, and things have been different. I've been in Tennessee since 91, and that's over almost 20 years plus. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
20 years plus, and I'm still seeing. When I first came here, now it was a little bit different. That was like
in 80s,
91, 91 and like 96. It was probably still at, hey, no, we don't like that black and white around here. You know what I'm saying?
That
but
was
now
what
now
decade?
It don't matter.
No, it is more. Well, it's tolerated more because it's viewed more. You see it more because it's more accepted.
Okay,
but back in the 90s, it was still kind of like,
Yeah.
And that now it's only 2000. It's not like we far from that. So we're gonna come back and discuss more on this topic. It is a hot topic. What you sipping on? And we're back. Today's topic is this is Crown Royal Conversations with Annie Mae.
Award-winning Crown Royal Conversation with Annie Mae.
We are talking about Ebony and Ivory, interracial dating. I'm sipping on some Razul tequila. I'm on my third shot. I think I'm doing pretty good. Hanging in there. Hope you guys are enjoying the show thus far. I know we mentioned in the interview about the sexual differences between black women and white women, just like there are between black men and white men. So the question is, why is this? And I think it has something to do with the culture. I I don't get too deep in it, but I will kind of, sort of. I think that this is what I told. It's stereotype. I don't know about facts, but this is kind of a lot what we discussed. White women tend to be more freer with themselves than black women, as well as white men. I don't know if black women, we've had issues. Well, every black woman is different, so I'm not going to say it's generally speaking. I think a lot to do with, just how we were brought up. We were brought up more conservatively, I think, believe it or not. You just didn't do things with everybody. Your mama said, don't do that until you get married. I'm not sure where it comes from. Maybe it comes. Back in the day, we were brought up as slaves, and women were raped and mistreated. I don't know. Maybe that's where it comes from. I'm not sure. I'm not particularly that way, so I can't really speak on myself. But I know that a lot of black women don't do certain things, and I always wonder, what's the hang up? And they just, it's nasty, they just don't do it. But I know a lot of my white friends were like, they did stuff in high school. Like, what? White men, I never dated one, but I always heard stereotypes that they were more freer with themselves, but they had smaller penises. So I don't know. I never had compared blacks and whites' penises, But from what I'm told, what's been discussed, is always the stereotype that says that black men have larger penises than white men. So let me know what y'all think about that. That could be a poll question, actually. Does y'all feel like white men have smaller penises than black men? I don't know. We're going to find out. I know in society that a lot of football players and basketball players, they tend to date white women. I don't know why. Once again, these are things I don't know. I don't know if because they feel like they're more higher prestige if they had a white woman on their arm. I don't know if black men feel like black women have attitudes or can't come up to their particular way of thinking. I'm not sure about that neither. But it's been said that white women are more freakier in the bed. Dre stepped out the studio for a quick moment. He'll be back soon, I hope. I'm not sure. I've never been with a white woman before, so I don't know how freaky they are. But Dre has. Dre has been with both black women and white women. So based upon your personal...
Chinese. And Japanese.
Based on your personal experience, you feel that there's a sexual difference. And if there is, who's better?
Me personally, I love my beautiful black women.
But you married a white woman, so let's make clear. You like them both.
Yeah, like I said, I don't see color. But the thing about it is if they have to... Listen.
I don't see color, but...
I like my...
But I do.
It's a preference. It's
okay,
really
so
a preference.
in the bedroom,
It's not a...
In the bedroom, who's freakier, the white woman or the black woman?
The black woman is better.
Okay, who's freakier?
Who's freakier? It's kind of a toss-up, really. I ain't gonna tell you no different because it's not. It's really a toss-up. I would say...
Well, why do black men feel like white women are more sexually inhibited? Shit. Too much tequila. Inhibited.
I would think listen, real talk. I'm just telling this honestly. I think the reason why it's like that is because of the...
Porn? No,
not the pornos. Not the porn. Well, pornos play part of some people's ideas and the mind frame of it. But I think a lot of it is the idea of control. More control. I think black men, for real, I think it's more control.
Are you saying that white women are more submissive?
In some sense of another, yeah. But I think
so
the
guys,
do
whatever they white women. Come on.
But I'm saying,
y'all better email me quickly.
I'm saying, listen, for what it is worth, I don't think it's just the idea of that. I think that it is the attention span, because if you look at the flip side of the coin, I think like they get the attention from a black man, they get like, damn, you know what, this dude right here, he this, that, and other for me. It's a catch-22 to the whole scenario, because not only are you saying it for a sense of men think it's more submissive for the woman, but it's also a sense of attention on the other side.
So women seek out black men because of the
the myths,
the
myths and the attention,
and the myths and some facts
the myths,
that the black man is the bomb, and they want part of that bomb, and therefore they will do more for a black man than they would a white man for a white woman. Is that what you're saying?
Depending on the white girl.
Depending on the white girl.
Yeah, because you got those that don't like. You got those that just don't like black in general. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You got them all over
now,
the world. So I mean, it's just
for defense of the black women. I think, like I said, times have definitely changed. That we are not caught up in something that maybe we have used to been caught up in back in the day. But you know, when you talk about sexuality and sex, it gets deeper than that. I think for me, for a black woman in general. Because we also have hard life out there too, with our jobs, with things of this nature. And there's like an issue with, I don't know if it's just how I feel or just I sense, you know, there's some underhand issues amongst black women and black men. We're accused of being, you know, attitude. We can't, you know, we can't have, you know, our hair is not long and flowy. That's not how your hair ain't long and flowy neither. Okay, so I think that, you know, I understand that when you look at society, the magazines, there's a lot of white people out there. Now I have seen a different tide. They got the long blonde hair and the wind's blowing it all. My hair I'm talking about my hair. But most African Americans, their hair is like kinky. It's curly. So it's not flowing and you can't run your hair through it.
Not your hair, though.
Well, my hair's a little different because I'm not. And I think that might play a part in what considered attractive. Okay, so maybe that's another big reason why. But I have to also say is a lot of these white women, and I'm going to bring up the Kardashians, they are, you know,
they're not really white.
They pumping up their, okay, so let's not use the Kardashians. Let's use any white person that they do Botox, they get butt injections, they get boobs done, hips. Black women already have these things. So we've already had the big booties and the boobs and the big lips. So now all of a sudden, so we've been there, done that. We've had that for years. We were born with that. So now these white women have been trying to change their body to make it more thicker, but yet we still have to contend for the black man to say, hey, we're over here. Give us some attention. So, I mean, I know that's been said. Well, I don't have an issue personally with interracial dating.
Have you ever dated a white man?
No, I've been close friends, but I never
had sex with one.
No, came close, but couldn't do it. No.
Okay.
I couldn't go through. I was not attracted. I mean, I have been attracted to white women, like you know, the popular ones, the movie, in the movies. But personally, I haven't been sexually attracted to a white man.
Or whatever the name is.
Yeah, of course, they're handsome, whatever. But I haven't been sexually attracted to a white man. And that's just, now if I didn't have an option, I probably could kind of look past. I mean, of course, I probably just find conjure some thoughts and become one. But the point about it is, I just haven't something upon a white man I was sexually attracted to. But I normally, once I got past high school, I normally was in a black community. I went to HBCU. So there goes the environment. I really didn't have a chance to seek a white person, because it really wasn't a big deal for me. But like I said, sexually, we talked before that I hope the myth is now a myth that, black women and white women, we're both equally just as free in ourselves now. Maybe it wasn't like before, but I think times has changed where we're not having any kind of hang up sexually. So hopefully that's a myth I can throw out the window. I think I can. How much time do I have for this segment, Dre?
You can go about another minute and a half if you want to.
Oh, okay, great.
If not, we can go to a couple songs, do your fourth segment, and then we...
So, J. Miles mentioned about head. I play the Head Game show. That's my popular show, Head Game. Everybody loves that show. So, J. Miles said that black women get better head than white women. What do you think about that, Dre?
Toss up. No, I'm messing with you. Really? I say the black woman gives better head. But here's the thing, though. I don't know if we are really taking in consideration what J. Miles said, because J. Miles really is from the other side of the spectrum, because he will date one, but he won't marry one. Meaning, he will give.
We're talking about head.
I know that, but I'm just saying the head part is he's saying it as he cool with black women giving better head than white women, right?
Yeah, he says that black women give better head.
Yes, but here's the thing,
because our mouth is designed for the black man's dick. I'm just kidding.
But the thing, true. But here's the thing. The thing about it is that he really didn't foresay it as every aspect of it, because he's only just dated them. He hasn't married one, so he's not.
But really he's had sex with them, and he's gay. I know a white woman has given him head.
Probably so.
Okay.
Probably a lot.
I think the reason why black women's lips are full, so we can accommodate the big black men. I'm being extra.
Yes.
I'm too much tequila shot. But nevertheless, that's just a sidebar conversation. I know he had mentioned it, so I wanted to mention it too. So, our next segment, we're going to go to some music. I hope you guys enjoy the selections, some music selections. We're going to talk about, the kids that was mentioned in the interview about the children and how it affects the kids and the family. And then we'll wrap up the show. What you sipping on? All right. That is an awesome song because he wants some more of this brown sugar. So I'm sipping on some tequila. It is Roswell. It's pretty good. It is pretty sharp. So the topic is interracial marriages or dating. And the product of an interracial relationship could be children, of course. And I can be more personal in this situation because I never consider myself mixed. Well, as people did. My family's from California, so, back in that day, it was no issue from California. There was a lot of people that were mixed or biracial, whatever you have it. But when I moved to the South in the 80s, it was not a known thing. So I was never looked upon. To me, my family I never thought of myself as being mixed, even though I was perceived in the South as to be mixed because I was light in color. My hair was a little longer than the average, and it was a different type of texture. So, but my parents raised us black people. There was a law, once again, that if you had one drop of black in you, you would consider black. Well, based on Ancestry.com, everybody got a little black in them because we're all from Africa, right? So I think it's if you're 25% or more, you're black. That's what the South said. That's what the rule said was, if you got black in you, you black. That was it. So based on my mic check. All right. Based on my DNA, I did it at Ancestry.com. I was 40% Caucasian. Very alarming. Mic's off again. We're having technical difficulties in the studio. Mic check. All right. So I'm 40% Caucasian by way of Scandinavia and Great Britain. And then my other part is from Nigeria. Yay to the Nigerians. But in my day, I was teased more by black people than by white people. Honestly, I was called whitey, queenie. Girls didn't like me because of how I looked, not because I didn't have to say anything. They didn't like me because of the way I looked. They thought I was stuck up. You think you white? White people looked at me like, you're not black, you ain't white, so I don't know how to take you. So I was the black friend because I wasn't quite black, so I was more accepted as their friend, quote unquote. I was raised in a white school, went to an all white church. Lovely. But I still managed to hold on to my culture. I was so pro-black, trying to prove blackness, that I really probably missed out on the other parts of me, I guess you could say. Then, of course, when you're let me say this. Some white people tend to want to marry or get a baby with a black man because they want these cute little kids with the cute little hair, little brown skin. But what they don't understand is black people can have light skinned kids, dark skinned kids, straight hair kids, nappy hair kids, however you want to look at it. So I do know a personal story where someone dated a black guy, wanted to have a baby so bad because these little cute mixed kids, and her baby did not come out the cute mixed kid look. That baby came out dark with kinky hair, and she was very upset. Well, shame on you, okay? So as Jamal says, that these kids, they do have issues. They are trying to figure out what side to pick because society is not going to let them just be neutral and pick both sides. Society is going to want them to pick a side. And the side they're going to normally want to pick is black. Now, if they're successful, they'll say, oh, they're white. Like recently, there was a tennis game between Serena, I believe, and I don't know the other person's name. I hate that I don't know her name. I know she's half Haitian, half, I think, Japanese, and they kept talking about, she's from Japan, she's Japanese, and she's like, no, I'm also Haitian. Like, don't forget that part of me. So, I mean, that's really important that these kids do come up kind of confused or kind of teased. They want to fit in somewhere, and I'm not saying they don't fit in, but you can't just say, I know Tiger Woods had an issue of, I'm this, I'm that. But Tiger Woods is viewed as a black man. Okay. Now, when he was in golfing, they really didn't make it much of an issue to start cheating. All of a sudden, he's a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful with this when you have a biracial child. Now, I know Dre has a biracial son, but he's, to me, black man. I mean, I don't know if he considers himself what?
I got 2.
You're so stupid. And then his daughter Alana, bless her heart, she came out pale as a snowflake.
Yep.
She got all my Scandinavian side, hair and all. Bless her heart. She's so bright. She's Lord Jesus.
She's my princess.
All my kids are like. We have one chocolate child. I call it my chocolate brownie. Brownie for my brownie. But like I said, I have a sibling that has one very dark-skinned child and one very light-skinned child. So black women, we can produce all colors. Yay for us. And the only way a white person can do that is if they with a black person. They can produce a different kind of color. But like with your son, I mean, I look at him as a black person, and I don't know if he views himself as black or not. Do you ever talk to him about that, Dre?
Technically, no, because he's got the thing with that is he can walk the tightrope either way, or because for one, his grandparents, took good care of him, and they raised him well, and I think he sees that side. But I think it's more or less for him to choose, because he's gonna go down the line and he's gonna choose who he wants to be with, and whether he chooses to be with a white girl or be with a black girl.
Well, it's not about. We're not talking about his choice.
I'm just saying.
We're talking about. Does he feel like he's a black person, or does he feel?
He has to know
neutral?
He's a black person, because he can't be a white person. He has to know that.
So he more likely.
He knows he's qualified, fully qualified
as an African.
As an African American, he knows he has to. He has to, because that's what he is.
Right.
But I think that
right. That's so. What the point about it is, these biracial kids are gonna have to society's gonna view them, regardless of how they're. You can have. I've seen.
Now look at his grandkids. Look at the grandkids, though.
Well, because
the grandkids are different than he is,
because they have a white. Because he's with a white person, so therefore they look more Caucasian.
Yeah.
So it's based on appearances in a sense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So if you can, like in the day, those people that passed in the day, passing. Well, I don't know if I knows that, but back in the day when you were mixed, like back in the day, slavery days, you passed as white. If you could pass, hey, you go about yourself. But everybody couldn't pass as white, even though they were mixed.
True.
I just feel like we need to make sure that if we have these children, to make sure that we're constantly talking. They're gonna be teased back and forth. I mean, it's just gonna be what it is. I got teased more by white people. No, by black people than anything. White girl. That's all I heard was you white. I was like, God dang, I'm not white, but that's how they saw me. Whether I wanted them to see that or not, it was crazy. And coming to HBCU, and I was like, what? It was totally different experience for me. Very life learning for me. But these kids are going to come having to kind of decide. And then sometimes these kids that look white, they're half black, they look very much white. Their kids may not look like that. Their kids may come out looking darker than they do. I mean, it happens.
True. So
you can't run away from that. But what also that's very hurtful is sometimes these families don't accept it,
these kids.
The kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say, take that into situation. I feel, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, Dre, this is my personal opinion, that black the black community accepts others more than the white community.
Not always.
But in general speaking, that we're more accepting of white people and Mexican people and Oriental people.
No.
But I have known that.
I'm going to tell you an example. You want to know an example?
Parents have cut off their little girl. Are you dating a black guy? You out. Get out the house. They thrown out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't see a lot of black women or black boys get thrown out for being with a white person.
Wait a minute. Now.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
You want me to give you an example?
Sure.
J. Miles, he just said it. Think about it.
Well, no, J. Miles has been put out.
Think about it. Part of his interview was he didn't want the criticism for what being in that relationship with somebody else. You don't know his upbringing, how his upbringings are.
Well, I'm
because pretty sure there's somebody there that will not allow a white girl in the house. Just like he said he would.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Sure.
But in general speaking, do we to me, culturally, do you feel like black people are more accepting of others than white people?
They
culturally
probably 5% more, yeah.
So
5%
yes.
more.
I don't want to say 5% more.
Yeah, 5% more.
Well, I went to all white church. When we joined that church, people left. What the hell? If you are in a black church and some white person want to join the church, we're not going to leave the damn church. Sorry. No. You know what I'm saying? That's how racism is so extreme in America. It affects all things. So I would hate to have to sit here and explain to my child who may be biracial that the reason why they can't go to the so-and-so house because they don't like the black people. You know what I'm saying? That's just a travesty in a sense that they're not going to accept these kids who have nothing to do with anything.
True.
You know, and then sometimes I feel like, you know, in some cases, like, I don't know if you feel this way, like, our child is very light. I mean, she's pale.
But they know her.
And you have her, and I'm pretty sure people think that you're with the white person. Well,
I don't know, because I think they see her different.
Well, they think she's mixed, like half and half.
Well, of course, because she is mixed half and half.
She ain't half and half. I'm not half. I'm not white, 100%.
She's 40%.
She's not, well, she may
40%
be like 30.
Nigerian and part Caucasian, part African American, part Sweden. So,
I'm pretty sure, like, I was asked all the time, is your mama white? White? No, my daddy white. I mean, everybody assumed my mama was white. They never thought that maybe my daddy was the one that was white, which he was.
Well, you never know. You probably never know what I am. You know what I'm saying? We ain't did a DNA test on me yet. I could be part Pygmy Indian. I could be hell. You know what I'm saying?
You're brown skin.
I mean, I am brown skin. I'm not super light. I mean, I ain't super dark either, but I mean, you never know what I might and might not be. So
well,
I mean,
you never know until you swab. To you, everybody from Africa.
Swab your mouth, partner. Swab your mouth.
Everybody from Africa.
I got DNA tests now too. Hey, swab your mouth, partner. Swab your
mouth. Y'all need to take these little swabs to see what you are.
True.
You might be with a black person. Don't know it. Just saying. Don't.
Hey, there is totally white African Americans, right?
Yeah, they look white, but they're not.
Okay.
They're called albinos.
Yeah, true.
That's different. They're not really
got
white.
One in the family.
But they're albino.
Shout out to my partner, L.A.
L.A., whoop, whoop.
Yep, shout out to L.A. But I mean, the reality is, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you don't know what would happen if L.A. had a kid with a black lady.
Yeah, they'll be dark.
You think?
They'll be black. Because albino is a genetic skin thing. It's not had nothing to do with, I think they'll still be, brown skin. I think.
Questionnaire. Hey, if L.A. had a baby with a white girl, could he come out black?
The question is, if you were albino.
Yeah.
But there's black albinos and there's white albinos.
But that's pigmentation, right?
Right. That's pigmentation.
Don't necessarily have to mean... Doesn't have to necessarily mean skin color. But if
you're albino, you still associate if you're black or white. You're a white albino, you're a black albino. It depends on what your parents are. We already went through that. If your daddy said he black, then you black. Whether you're albino or not albino.
I'm sorry. I ain't never seen a white albino.
Yes, I have. They're out. Hello? Why could they albinos too?
Nah, I ain't seen that.
Yeah, there are.
If y'all seen a white albino, please let me know.
I ain't seen one. Look at they have like almost translucent skin. They
all look the same to me.
No, they're not.
All look the same to me.
No,
so you
these are really their eyes are.
So if
their hair is kind of like
if
really
a white albino have a baby with a white girl, would it be could it possibly be black?
No.
So you tell me a black
oh my God, this is
black
pigmentation
albino
and race are different. Okay,
you ain't gonna confuse me because I know
no.
LA is a black albino, and if he's a black albino and he makes out with a white girl, you gonna tell me it's gonna be it can't be black?
It's gonna be brown. It's baby's gonna be brown. I bet you.
Okay,
we gotta research this one.
Yeah, we gotta research this one. This is one for you to research. If anybody knows the answer to this question, send me an email, drezey21@yahoo.com, drezey21@yahoo.com. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's your show. I'm just trying to. Award-winning Crown Royal Conversation with Annie Mae.
Anywho. So I guess interracial dating, like I said, it is offensive to some. For me as a black woman, I do feel like, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, and throw stones at you and like, Lord Jesus. But I swear to God, one day I went to a restaurant and I looked around, I was like, is this interracial night? Because I was like, it was all black men with a white person.
I've seen that before, and I've seen white men with black women.
I was like, what the heck? We in the wrong section. They put us in the wrong section. I said, no, they didn't. But nevertheless, I don't think anyone is colorblind. I think that, guys, if you want to date people or love who you love, make sure it's for the right reasons. Don't try to exclude anyone, especially your own people, so, and it does affect children. So just be aware of that, And black men, you date a white woman, don't complain about it. Don't call a black woman to cook for you or do your child's hair. Okay. I've had people, can you come do my daughter's hair? No. You chose to be the white woman, let them comb their hair. If you wanted some soul food cooking, you should have married a black person. I'm just saying. If you wanted someone to be clean and cool, marry a black. Just saying. So if you choose to be with someone with those type of differences, then deal with it.
True that.
Deal with it. Our next series is going to be about cheating. Lord Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that is going to be a very, very hot topic. It's going to be a series.
Okay.
It's going to be a series.
Starting next week, right?
We're going to really dive deep into the topic. I'm trying to find a guest speaker, but if I'm not going to delay the show, if I can't find one.
We can get them on the phone if we have to.
But this is a very serious subject. And things, I can't wait to talk about it because some things have changed in society with open relationships are more on the norm now. But nevertheless, as a whole, we don't want to jump into it too quickly. But we'll talk about cheating. The whole what is cheating? Everybody feels cheating differently. Is it intercourse only? Is it talking to someone on the phone? So we'll get into all that our next couple of shows. I'm trying to limit it to how many Saturdays are there this month, Andre?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I'll probably do 3. It might be a 3 series special. Then my 4th show will be, it's a holiday, so I want to keep it light and Christmassy, and we're gonna play some great goody music and discuss our favorite Christmas songs and have a good time. We don't want to end the year with heaviness. My mic is off. Okay, sorry, y'all. Mic came off again.
Amy, that's high-pitched screaming.
So, I think I'm going to probably not do too many tequila nights. I think tequila gets me too rowdy. So anywho, so we're going to have that special. The poll question is, do you guys feel like black men have bigger penises than white men? I need to know this. This is a question of the century. Let me know. You can't just, you have to know, you have to let me know. You gotta let me know.
All right, well, before we knock out of here, real quick, I want to ask you something.
Sure.
let's see. You got 1, 2. Actually,
and I think that okay, go ahead.
You got 5. You got 5 Saturdays in December.
Well, this is the first Saturday.
Okay, yeah. So this is the first Saturday. Okay, so you got 4 more.
Right, 3 and 1. A series of 3 and a single.
Okay.
3 and 1.
All right. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning Crown World Conversation with Anime. We went to UMA Awards. We had a great time in Atlanta. I wanted her opinion on what she thought about the show and how it went down.
Oh, okay. I've been one of your shows on this one.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing on my show. So we went to Atlanta to the Underground Music Award show. And what that is about is unknown artists or new artists that have not hit mainstream, that still works hard, that still puts out their best music or their best shows or whatever they do. We recognize them for their achievement. We try to promote Dre's Radio Cafes. Drake, is that right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Try to promote, these new artists so they can get on the, so they can get there. Some artists don't want to be mainstream. They want to do the best they can with where they are now. So, we did get Dre's internet radio show got an award for the 24-hour internet show. I'm very glad to be a part of that. It was a very intimate setting, very small, and hopefully next year's gonna be bigger. So we're gonna definitely have to step our game up.
Definitely,
because the competition is gonna be there.
After I seen that time, yeah.
But we were sharp though. We were sharp. We were fly.
Lady Jane killed it. Lady Jane.
So definitely, we want to promote the show. If you like the show, let people know about the show. We love listeners to come in and listen to the show. Okay, we're not here just to be tooting our own horn. So we want you guys to enjoy everything that we do. Please, we want input on how to make this show better. And we want to know who's out there listening, for sure. We want to hear back from you guys.
Did you have a good time, though?
Yes, I had a good time. Very good artist. Like I said, they put a lot of effort into the work. A lot of them don't have. They just doing it out there. Just they don't have a lot of, cash flow to do the big, what's the videos, little pop videos. So but they're still out there working and hustling just as hard. So definitely we want to support the UMA Awards. Hopefully this was the first UMA Awards.
Yes, indeed.
Hopefully we have it again next year. And
I appreciate her going. She was dressed super sharp.
Well, because
super sexy.
Drake came out dressed with the little suit on, so I couldn't, represent myself. I couldn't misrepresent his internet radio show, really.
Our internet radio show, which did
it is not my internet. It's Dre's radio show. I am a featured show on his radio show.
Award-winning Crown World Conversation with Anime. She is on Dre's Radio Cafe. It means she's award-winning.
And if you're listening out there, if you have a product you want to sell, I'll do commercials. But you got to hook that up. I don't know how to do that.
I already did one.
We want sponsors too. If you want to sponsor us, feel free.
Feel free, y'all. Y'all more than welcome to sponsor. Crown Royal Conversation. Your times.
Oh, so I am on the air every Saturday at 8. I think I got that mixed up last time, I think. And then on Wednesday nights, if you missed the Saturday show at 8, you can catch it again on Wednesday nights at 9. I usually drink dark liquor unless I have a special, like tonight. It was a tequila night special. Usually like to drink on some Crown Royal, but I would be welcome to any holiday recipes, any holiday cocktails that you might want me to mix up and taste. Let me know. If you're out there listening, please let me know. We're here for you and what you want to talk about and discuss.
As a disclaimer, I am not guaranteeing I will drink whatever it is she makes up.
Dre don't drink, so...
Bull crap, you didn't see me drink
today? She has vodka in his cup.
What am I working on today?
So, Dre, what do you got?
Pinnacle vodka with Sprite and lemonade. It was something I seen in the store.
Okay, so Dre sipping on some vodka. You never told me that.
Pinnacle vodka. I'm
done. I'm done. I will tequila shots. Come on. I had about 5.
Next week we talking about cheaters.
Cheating.
Okay.
Not cheaters.
Cheating.
How about cheating? Like what's considered cheating? Help me out, ladies. Help me out, ladies.
Send your poll questions, your answers, and your questions to Y'all can go to the actual website. Actually, y'all can go to Drezey Radio Cafe, www.Drezey Radio Cafe, and look up Crown Royal Conversations. There you can reach Annie Mae. Y'all can send her an email straight to her email box. There y'all can tell her what y'all think is considered cheating or what is not considered cheating. Go to Drezey Radio Cafe.
I have the poll question. Poll question about who got the biggest dick, black people or white people.
Yeah, that's the poll question too. All right.
So you can do both.
So
help me with my research my next show about putting what's considered cheating. I need to know that. That's very important because everybody has different views on that. Way different views.
Yes, ladies. So please help her out.
And men, don't forget the men.
Men too. What do y'all consider cheating? I got to do my research on this one, I guess, huh?
Yes, sir.
You really think I need to do research on this?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, you do. We're gonna have some facts.
We're gonna do research.
Facts.
Okay. I ain't messed up with it.
Not how you feel.
Okay. Well, what else you got for them,
Feelings. I'm done.
So
I need to get the mic for
real. Well, Annie Mae, your closing words.
Okay. Much love.
What y'all sipping on? And we out of here.